All right, we live. We live. I had one live earlier. Come to find out, I wasn't live actually. I was recording. So, but yeah, just want to do a quick live, real quick, man. While I'm out doing some errands, about to get my haircut actually. Before my barber comes in. Just got done voting, as you can see right here. Got done voting, and I just wanted to talk about how it's important that we, black people, collectively vote. Local elections is extremely pivotal, extremely pivotal, extremely important. That we have to get this white supremacist ideology out of the government bureaucracy. You know, we have to start with local politics. So that's extremely important. Let me see here. And of course, YouTube is always tripping. YouTube constantly trips. Whenever I go live, people don't get properly notified and stuff like that. So it is what it is, man. Make sure you smash the like button as you guys come in the room. Like I said, I'm just doing a quick little impromptu live stream. Just got done early voting, as you can see, and just wanted to talk about a few topics before I start my day. Hopefully I can get these off before my barber, about to get my haircut, my barber comes in. But yeah, just got done voting. Of course, you guys know, if you guys follow me, I'm in Florida, specifically Miami Gardens. I just voted. And of course, I voted for Andrew Gillum. And also voted, there is a legislation they're trying to pass in terms of letting people with felony convictions vote. So I voted yes for that, to allow people with felony convictions vote. It's a very important. That's another form of voter suppression. You know, keeping people with criminal records from voting. Again, that's another form of voter suppression. You know what I'm saying? So, I voted yes for that. And people I didn't recognize. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. The people I didn't recognize, there was a few people I didn't even recognize. And the people I didn't recognize, I can't see the chat for some reason, guys. So just bear with me. I'm trying to see the chat. If you guys are chatting, let me know if you guys are in the room. Type something or say something, but I still can't see the chat for whatever reason. But again, this is a quick live stream. I'm not used to this kind of element. I'm used to my desktop computer. But like I was saying, with people I didn't recognize, as far as, you know, voting, I wrote in my name. I wrote my name in there. If there was an opportunity to write another opponent's name, I'll put my name in there. So that's what I did. What's good, Carl Trombley? Good morning. Good morning. And this is like I said, this is a quick live stream. Just wanted to get a couple of topics off my chest. Morning. Just wanted to get a couple of topics before I start my day. Like I said, early voting is very important, man. We have to. Local elections is extremely important. I just got done voting. If you saw my IG stories, you know I just left the North Dade Regional Library and voted there. You know what I'm saying? That's extremely important. That we have to get this white supremacist ideology, you know, out of bureaucracy. And it starts with local elections. You know what I'm saying? It starts with it doesn't matter about Republican or Democrat, liberal or conservative. A white supremacist mindset is a white supremacist mindset, no matter if you are a Republican or a Democrat. Remember, black people first started off as Republicans. So it's the mindset. You know, you can have a mindset if you're liberal. You can have a mindset of white supremacy if you're liberal. You can have a mindset of white supremacy if you're a Republican, so-called. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. So, but at the end of the day, Local elections is very important. You know, extremely important that we got to vote and show up and show out. And right now, as far as the polls, I believe that Gillum is still up in polls, which is very good for the state of Florida. And the next phase, and this is very important. It not only do we have to start with local elections, but we have to work collectively as a group together to have an agenda, specifically a black agenda, so that we have, what's good, Water Sniper, so that we collectively are protected. Other groups, you know, and if you notice, well, I don't know if you notice, but if you know that certain groups of people, like the Asian community, they have the lowest turnout in terms of voting. Why? Because they're a group that basically they got reparations. They understand their own culture empowerment. Their dollar circulates in their community 10 times over. So they understand of you know, an important aspect of economical wealth and protecting each other. They are a protected group. So is the so-called Native Americans, and so is the so-called Jewish community. They stick together. So they understand the importance of banding together and having an agenda for their group of people. Black people, we need an agenda. Once Andrew Gillum is in office, we need to come together and give an agenda. Have an agenda for Andrew Gillum. Now, there is no agenda as far as Andrew Gillum, specifically for black people. There is none. But we have to present that to him. That's my point. We got to present that to him. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys hit the like button as you guys come in the room. Obviously, it helps me out with algorithms and stuff like that, so I can do more live streams and stuff like that. So please hit the like button as you guys come in. Couple of other things. Yeah, I mentioned about Trump saying he's a white nationalist. He didn't use the word white, but of course we all know what that means. He's a white supremacist. We understand that. So there's nothing, you know, there is, we shouldn't be surprised by that at all. He's making it more cooler and more acceptable to be an overt white supremacist, you know, and he can get away with basically saying anything. You know, he can say, I hate nigger bastards, and he will be praised. Okay? They would give this guy the Nobel Peace Prize for saying, I hate nigger bastards. I hate you niggers. I mean, he can say that and get away with it. That's how deep we are in terms of white supremacy. They can get away with saying and doing anything and be praised because they have a protected group of people that back them. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality that we live in, man. They can do and say anything to us, about us, and all we can do is just sit back and complain. You know, that's it. You know? They are in the same club. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, that's the climate that we're in right now. We're in the white audacity epidemic climate, and Trump is making it cool. Number 45, a.k.a. Clockwork Orange, is making it cool to be an overt white supremacist, an overt racist. And he's accepted by that, you know? And it's our job as black people collectively to turn that around and make a change. And again, like I said, it starts with local elections. Once you vote someone that you support in office, you back them up monetarily, and then you have you form together and have an agenda collectively as a group. You have an agenda and present that to the person that you're supporting in office. You have that agenda, and then once you back them up monetarily and have that agenda, that's exactly how politics works, right? It's money, and then it's an agenda behind that money. And that's what we have to do. You know, that's what we have to do. We have to work. We have to do that collectively as a group, whether it be we have to formulate a political action committee, a PAC, a super PAC, or whatever the case may be. We have to form a black agenda and present that out to the person we're putting in office. such as an Andrew Gillum. It's just that simple, and that's what we Barack Obama either. People say, well, Barack Obama, what has he done for black people? Well, what have you done to present to Barack Obama to do something for black society, right? That's how it works. You know, when you're a black politician, it's extremely hard. As a matter of fact, it's not extremely hard. It's impossible to come out and be pro-black. Say you're pro-black, number one, and strictly have an agenda for black people. They would stomp you. Nobody would support you at all. So you have to play the politics game. You know, you got to play the politics game and right, and be PC and say and do the right things and have that wholesome, clean-cut look, and you speak in generalities but not specifically. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about in terms of politics. And that's what Andrew Gillum is doing. I understand what he's doing. But again, he doesn't present a black agenda because nobody came to him with a black agenda, you know, in terms of legislation and laws to prevent certain scenarios like we're seeing right now with white folks calling the police on innocent black people for being black, mowing the lawn, going to a grocery store, selling water on the street, you know, living in your own apartment, stuff like that. We need to have laws to protect us from these goddamn troglodyte bastards that are trying to get us killed on a day-to-day basis by calling the police, because that's a waste of taxpayers' money, of course. So whenever a white supremacist calls the police on a black person for basically being black, right, and just minding their own business, let's say for instance right now, a white supremacist can call the police on me right now as I'm doing this live stream and say there's a nigger bastard in this car tugging on his phone, and they can call the police. That's a waste of goddamn money, right? Calling the police on someone sitting in their own car, right? That's a waste of money. They should be fined and jailed for that. That's my point. If that happens at a rapid rate, they should be fined and jailed for that. And we've seen this. We've seen this happen all the time. It's going to continue to happen as white people call the police on us, on children, getting children, they're trying to imbecile our children like Jeremiah Harvey and stuff like that. We need to have laws that protect us from happening like that. So that's what I'm saying about a black agenda. We need to formulate that in an agenda plan and present that out to our local and state politicians that we support, and back that up with money. It's just that simple. You know, it's just that simple. So exactly, we definitely need to wake up, man, and have an agenda, have a plan. Whoever we support politically, we need to back them up monetarily. We need to back them up monetarily and have an agenda and have a plan to back that up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. And like I said before, other groups of people, other ethnicities, such as the Asian community, the Native American community, they don't go out and vote as much as we do. You know why? Because they're a protected group. They have laws and things of that nature they are protected by. So they don't have to go out and vote and believe in so-called equality and stuff like that, because they already got their reparations. Like I keep saying, they already got their reparations. So another thing I wanted to talk about real quick also is I mentioned Trump, of course. I talked about him being an overt white supremacist and saying that he was a white nationalist. Not surprised by that. Boxing talk, and you guys know I love boxing. And you know, when I talk about boxing, this all has to do with race. It all has to do with white supremacy. You know, so if anybody follow the sport like I do closely, you guys know that, you know, Al Haymon runs Premier Boxing Champions, aka PBC. He is the man behind that. He is an advisor / manager for a plethora of boxers on his platform. Notice I said keyword platform. He provides a platform for boxers to be their own boss. That's the way it was designed. It's like YouTube. YouTube has a platform for people to be their own boss. It's up to you how you utilize that platform. Creating content, and trying to get subscribers and views and stuff like that. That's how you're judged on your popularity. Al Haymon does the same thing. He provides a platform for black fighters, black and Latinos, so they could be their own boss, and they utilize their platform. They utilize Al Haymon's platform as they see fit. All Al Haymon has to do is make a call, say, "Hey, you want this fight?" Yada 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 yada, and that's it. That's how it goes, right? But the problem is that ever since the emergence of DAZN, and I have to eat crow with DAZN as well, because first I first said, DAZN is this one ain't gonna, DAZN is not going to compete with the PBCs of the world and ESPNs, but they're taking over right now. They just signed Canelo with a multi-million-dollar, $365 million deal for 11 fights. They got Anthony Joshua. So they got the two most popular boxers on the planet. They just signed Canelo Alvarez, the most lucrative sports contract in history. I mean, that's what it is. DAZN is and it's ran, well, the face of DAZN, rather be the spokesperson for DAZN is Eddie Hearn. So Eddie Hearn is trying to basically take over the sport and trying to phase out PBC. And people are blaming Al Haymon, and it's not Al Haymon's fault. It's the fighters of Al Haymon. It's their fault. Because the problem is they're not built like, and I have to talk about Floyd, because Floyd Mayweather, he is a TBE inside the ring. Now, of course, he's a coon and the ultimate coon outside of the ring, but inside the ring, he's impeccable. He knew how to market himself. He knew how to sell a fight. There was only one Mayweather. So when these guys such as the Errol Spencers of the world and the Keith Thurmans of the world, I don't want to mention his name, he's irrelevant. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, all these guys in the welterweight division that are not fighting each other, right? If you had a Floyd in there, I guarantee, a Floyd in his prime rather, a Floyd in his prime, I guarantee you, he would get those fights lined up, because he knows how to sell a fight. He knows how to get under people's skin. He knows how to promote himself. Keyword, promote himself. He's only good at promoting himself, not other people. So the problem is the mirror. It's the fighters of PBC that don't know how to promote themselves. And so therefore, they're trying to, go and sign with DAZN or stuff like that, because they're not getting no fights on the PBC umbrella. Nobody wants to fight each other. Like the Charlo brothers, very disappointed with their upcoming fight. They're fighting Willie Monroe Jr., terrible. And it's a double header that's going to happen on December 22nd, I believe. And they're basically finding some Uber drivers, and it's sad. And technically, it's not really their fault, but at the same time, they should be more active. They should be a lot more active, and trying to get whatever fight they can, of course. As far as the Canelo situation, Canelo's never going to fight Charlo. He's going to avoid that guy like the plague, which is understandable because Charlo is, he's a force to be reckoned with. So, but my point is about the PBC fighters. The PBC fighters have to look in the mirror and work on themselves. If there was 20 Floyd Mayweathers, there would not be no DAZN app. If there was 20 Floyd Mayweathers under PBC, there would not be no DAZN app to try to get these fighters to sign with Eddie Hearn or DAZN directly. Bottom line. So, I just wanted to talk about, mix it up, a little bit of boxing, a little bit of politics, and early voting and stuff like that. And how important it is to vote, and things of that nature. So, I'm trying to look around to see if my barber's here, because sometimes he actually sits in the car like me. So, but he said he's going to be here at 9:30. It is 9:30 right now, so I'm probably just going to go in and just wait on him. But yeah, family, just appreciate you guys joining me on my chat. Like I said, smash that like button. It'll help me out on my algorithms and stuff like that. And look out for more. I'm gonna do another live stream either later on tonight or sometime Thursday or Friday. So make sure you follow me on IG as well, GMOGMediaTV. Check out my IG story about voting as well, family. So I'm about to head back. I'm about to head into the barbershop right now and get a cut. Like I said, just wanted to chop it up with you guys real quick. So anyway, family, about to sign off. Until next time, Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.